My God, I hate drugs.
Libel, inciting to sedition, proposal to commit rebellion, false publications, these are the limitations on freedom of speech. But it doesn't say that you have to stop. What it says is that the speech is penalized. Nobody can prevent you from speaking, but if that sort of speech is punishable as a crime, you will be allowed to express it and then you will be penalized. So, parang yung sa MTRCB cases, ang sinasabi is that you can make that movie. You can make a movie that doesn't show that shows a lot of stuff. But once it is shown and you show it as against the recommendations of the MTRCB, then you're penalized. Yung like sabi ni Anton, pero vandalism yon, di ba? Kung permanent, oo, that would be vandalism. And there's no crime na vandalism, by the way. It's called malicious mischief. So, itong si Zidorf may pinanghuhugutan eh. The right of free opinion, expression, or speech has evidently been abused as some journalists and press agents and even ordinary people have usurped the privilege and modified it into an avenue for denigration, making it to some as their own personal vendetta. Again, nothing in the law says that you are prevented from making this sort of speech. That is not abuse of a right. That is exactly what the freedom of speech covers. You're allowed to express. But if that expression is a crime, then we will penalize that crime. There is no such thing as, there's very little truth to the fact that, to the allegation that you can abuse free speech. You either, everything is covered by free speech. But if it is penalized as a crime, then that is penal. Then, you get to say it, but you go to jail. Yun, that's what it means. It doesn't mean that you're asked to stop from speaking. That's what is called prior restraint. And prior restraint is not allowed by the Constitution. So, yun nga yung sinasabi ko, that's why I'm doing this live, is that we have to get it out of our heads that we can stop people from speaking. Even the mere allegation that freedom of speech can be abused is a terrible, brings us to a dangerous point. That as though we can believe that certain speech should not be uttered at all. The law says that you can utter everything, but that there is some speech that once it is uttered, you can go to jail. Okay? So, again, I will keep reiterating this because this is the President's clear message. The freedom of speech must be respected in all its forms. If it violates the law, then that is what we're going to do. We file the case. If there is a crime, let's say you feel that you are libeled, but you don't file a case, then, what is wrong? Then there is no wrongdoing. In theory, there is no crime. Kasi, hindi mo pininalize eh. Hindi mo hinabol. Sorry, I just had to fix this stand. Alright, there, better. No, Dale, there is no crime called vandalism. There is a crime called malicious mischief. Also, you have to define, sabi ni Dale, vandalism is a violation and destruction of government or any property. Ito yung sinasabi ko. It has to be destroyed for it to be malicious mischief. There has to be damage. Those are stickers. Pag tinanggal mo yung sticker, walang damage dun sa urinal. I am not defending this, but the President himself recognizes free speech. Kung masyado tayong onion-skinned about expressions, then tayo mismo, lumalabag tayo dun sa mismong vision ng ating Pangulo to respect all forms of free speech. Huwag kayong pikon. Yun yung sinasabi niya. Eh, kung siya nga, hindi siya napipikon eh. Sabi ni Grace, yan kay Alejandro, ina-alarm ang mamamayan ng wrong news, fake news. Then, somebody should file a case for violation of Article 154, the revised penal code, for false publications. Ngayon, posibleng i-file natin. Tapos, ang lalabas, hindi pala siya false publications, maa-absuelto siya. Bakit? Kasi dun sa false publications, there's a requirement to show that there is a tendency for that speech to endanger the national interest. Ako, ang tingin ko, naalala niyo yung video ni Lenny, yun. That tended to damage or to affect the national interest kasi after that, nag-respond yung European Union kung ano-ano na yung sinasabi nila na violations daw ng human rights dito sa atin. So, that one affected it. But nobody filed the case. So, no case, then no foul. Diba? There is no crime. So, that's why ang sinasabi ko, pabalik na ako doon kasi the dog stopped barking. Sinasabi ko is that that if you're going to restrict certain speech, you also have to put it against the background. What is going to happen if we penalize this speech? What is going to happen if even the Supreme Court says that if yung pag-react natin sobra dun sa speech, it also results in a chilling effect. Meaning people will not want to speak anymore. And that is even more dangerous for the national interest. Bakit dangerous ito? If people are afraid to speak, who is going to criticize our government? And if we don't criticize our government, then it will end up doing so many wrong things. Hey, so, pakita yung aso. O sige Here, Yoshi, say hi. Say hi. Okay, don't. Be quiet. Shh. Okay, kulit. Okay, other question. Down. Si Sas already answered Gary Alejano's allegations about West Philippine Sea. Ako, I suggest you have to look at her live kasi mas may particulars na dinidiscuss si Sas. Sabi ni Camp Tivoj, the statement of Alejano is putting the national security at risk. What do you think? Has he committed a criminal offense? You have to prove the tendency to do so. So, ako hindi pa talaga. Para sa akin we can engage and tell him why he is wrong. Pero to file a criminal case for saying that, tingin ko hindi pa. Somebody from the lower house, sabi ni J. Gabriel, should file an ethics case against Alejano. He's a carbon copy of Trillanes in the Senate. Unfortunately, being Trillanes is not a crime, and being a Trillanes clone is also not a crime, unfortunately. But, okay. Sabi ni Romy De Los Santos, what about the statement of Congressman Alejano about waging war with China? Teka, hanapin ko nga yung statement na yan. I have to double check. Mahirap kasi i-criticize natin. Alejano, war. Mahirap kasi na i-ano natin Like I said, this is exactly what the president is saying. Meron lang sinabi yung isang tao na ayaw ninyo. Gusto nyo kagad, ipipunish yun. Diba? Hindi ba yun nga yung reaction natin? Yung tendency natin to want to put people in jail because they said something wrong. The Constitution doesn't allow that unless it is a crime. Teka ang daming tanong kay Alejano. Yoshi! Ordered government troops to stop patrols. Sabi ni Alejano, ang sabi ng armed forces, kamuna, that is our mandate. We will be remiss in our mandate. The president kasi stopped patrols. The president stopped the patrols. Ano yung sinabi ni Gary na kinagagalit niyo? Ayan na naman yung mga tanong ninyo. Puro yung mga can you sue somebody for saying this or saying that. Sinabi ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga pwedeng isue. Libel, inciting to sedition, inciting to rebellion, proposal to commit rebellion, and onwards. So, ang daming tanong kasi doon sa kay Gary. Yung post niya sa FB, nagalit yun kasama niyang attorney, bawal daw post, kahahasek daw kasi baka pagpunta sa Japan. Sabi ni Misael, wala na kasing probable cause si Alejandro sa bagong impeachment case niya laban kay Pangulo. Kaya itong West Philippine Sea ang nililink niya. Okay? Sabi ni Peter Northern, what happened to Louis Beltran when he said that Cory hid under the bed? Hindi niyo ba alam? Absuelto siya. He went to court. The lower court convicted him. The Supreme Court, acquitted him. Sabi ni Alejandro, sabi ni RFB,